Such barbarism. What happened here?
An old elf's pained gaze passes between the crucified. Anger bubbles within him. He seems on the brink of tears of rage.
Dear ones, not like this. Not like this. They're as good as my family. But I cannot heal them. I cannot heal them. So much pain. They are changed. That Dallas woman did something to their minds. They won't be moved and they can't be healed. They resisted at all costs. They can't even be healed. Using such magic on them would kill them now. Such beautiful souls, corrupted by such evil. Where you find shriekers, you can trust the Divine Order is hiding something they desperately want to keep private. Fate of my dear ones proves there must be some such thing on this very island. Stay away from shriekers if you want to live. I know not how much longer my friends here have.
This again. This again.
The Seeker's head twitches upwards as you approach. His eyes open a fraction. He struggles to focus his gaze upon you. A low moan escapes his cracked lips. His eyes close and his head sags forward. You thought you'd already seen the full depths of Magister cruelty.
There's nothing to be done. Let's keep moving.
A blade through the heart would be a kindness to these lost souls.
The merciful thing would be to hasten their journey to the Hall of Echoes.
You must help us wage our war. That peace may...
The Seeker gazes upward, right at the sun. She mumbles rapidly to herself.
Oh, Lucian, our divine smile upon your servant. May the Hall of Echoes embrace your martyr. Oh, Lucian, our divine smile upon your servant. May the Hall of Echoes...
The Seeker ignores you and continues on. The Seeker whimpers incoherently, seemingly blind to your presence.
Mercy! Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Smoke, blood, and carnage. The Magisters didn't spare a single Seeker.
Not without stronger weapons than these. You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these. You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
Doesn't feel quite right, but I need all the equipment I can find.
It doesn't feel quite right. It doesn't feel quite right. But I need all the equipment
You
I
would
can
attack
find.
the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
find another way.
You would attack the Majesty, I reckon. Are you so eager to die, Peter? You cannot stand against the truth, not without stronger weapons than these.
So many Seekers lost, and more blood will be spilled before long. At least Han is safe at the shelter.
Out of the frying pan and in.
Those Magisters are gonna pay. I want to see some guts spilled for what they did to us.
You would attack the Majesty, I reckon. Are you so eager to die, Peter? You cannot stand against the truth, not without weapons than these.
It's a good thing Leigh is safe back at the cave, seeing all the dead Seekers like this.
The battle nears. Good to have you with us.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die?
Oh, you found the supplies.
Against
The Magisters aren't as thorough as I
without
presumed.
stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
Kerban stares at the body of his dead comrade, tightly gripping his weapon in a cold fury.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
Stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than...
This won't go unavenged. I'll see to that.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers.
Kerban stares at the body of his dead comrade, tightly gripping his weapon in a cold fury.
Or we'll find another way.
Two...
the Majesty. Are you so... You would attack the Magisters directly? Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
As you approach, Gratiana turns to you. Her moves are lighter now. Her voice is warmer, but still tempered by the scene around her.
I'm pleased to see you, but there is work to be done. If you ever wish to leave, if the Seekers are to survive, you must use the Purging Wand to destroy the Shriekers. Go, before it is too late.
You've come. Lucian be praised.
Gareth glances over his shoulder, and his voice tightens.
The Shriekers keep watch, and their gaze isn't the only one we should avoid. The murderer is here, Alexander. The butcher's in the ruins beyond the Shriekers, and he's not alone, as well he wouldn't be. The Order keeps its Godwoken leashed. If I didn't know better, I'd think the gods themselves were your counsel.
He reaches for the wand, but pulls back before touching it.
Would that I could aim this wand at Alexander myself, to bleach his soul and sear his skin. No, this thing was birthed from a wicked era. What would Lucian say, seeing me confront one evil with another? Go, take down those Shriekers. Tell me it's time. My sword's at the ready.
He sighs and points a foot towards the harbor.
Ha! You've kicked up a storm. I can't contain it for long, my friend.
As you approach, Gratiana turns.
I'm pleased to... If you ever wish to leave, if the Seekers are to survive, you must use the Purging Wand to destroy the Shriekers. Go, before it is too late.
Shriekers. I'll never get used to them.
Don't let it see you.
Odd. My helmet seemed to stir just now. I could have sworn my helmet just jolted when I consumed swords just now.
Praise be! You have silenced the Shriekers and cleared our way. Yet it seems I'm in need of you again, my friend. You have any more miracles in you? We've got a boat ready to row to the Lady Vengeance. But if Alexander sees us bobbing among the waves, we'll be shark chow. So we split up. I take the Seekers to the Lady Vengeance. You go to the ruins and keep Alexander busy. He'll be expecting a breeze. Show him that you're a hurricane. Are you ready? We've got right on our side. A greater ally than any sulking Geist or any whinging Magister.
He sighs and points a foot towards the harbor.
Ha! You've kicked up a storm. I can't contain it for long, my friend.
Icy flurries, and the air thrums. Could it be slain? Look, it's him. He has come, true to his word.
Hannah should be with us shortly. Not like her to be late. There could be void woken here.
Right where I want you.
now, your foul sorcery will be the death of us all.
Don't yield quick enough.
Alexander is dead. My contract is fulfilled.
The Reaper form.
Yeah.
Well, well, quite the mess you've made here. I'm Melody, and you're...
She steps forward, grabs you behind the neck with alarming strength, and pulls you close. She sniffs twice, her nose at your ear, then bites, piercing the lobe with a needle-sharp fang. She releases you and grins, running tongue over teeth.
God woken. I'm Melody, as I said. I'm here to help you get off this island, and you're what gets some of us out of bed each morning. What do you make of that? Well, first things first.
She peers at you closely, a knowing squint in her eye.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet, and what did they teach you?
Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Show me what he taught you. I don't. Now go on. Hey, that stings.
She examines her hands, where the skin sizzles slightly beneath their newfound aura. As the spell fades, the skin heals once more. Her whole body seems to relax.
You really are God-woken. I'm... happy. Oh, how unbecoming. Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc. You'll have to ask the Meister about that. She's dying to meet you.
Melody beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling. Boat first, questions later. As you wish.
Let's go.
Malady grabs the vessel with 2 hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
Don't stand between a prince and his principles. The Magisters learned that the hard way.
What were they thinking, standing against an Eternal? I almost pity the poor, ignorant beasts.
Bad luck to let the dead linger aboard. As soon as we get moving, we ought to clear the deck. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Grotesque, but, well, look at it, Quercus. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate. No! Yes, it seems our shield is still here, Quirk. How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive. No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not. Come, we must return to our research.
Lord. So close to escaping. I remember this one. His name was Kerben. His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril.
us. Hear my prayer. Show us the way. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it, but...
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment. Nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together, on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead. Just remember what I said, Godwoken. If you die, then this was all for nothing. Sindelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril. Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest. Sindelius. Pray to
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms. There's an odd mark on the side of the figurehead. Battle damage, weather staining. It almost looks like a pattern hammer. Searing pain races up your arm. The ship senses you. It's angry. The pain intensifies. It's spreading past your arm, across your chest. Your lungs feel like they're on fire.
Be careful around the figurehead, Godwoken. We can't...
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken after...
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Ah, very glad indeed.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice.
What could possibly be more urgent than getting this boat moving again? She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
This is barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit of an elven ancestor tree within it. It seems Dallas has found a way to bind that spirit to her. That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break the bond.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they?
It's your best that'll save us all.
There must be some way to get this ship moving. There has to be.
Farewell, Mattis. You did the Seekers proud.
We're lucky to have made it this far. But our luck will be for nothing if this ship doesn't take sail soon.
You made it, Godwoken. Good. Not all of us did, though. The sooner we leave this island behind us, the better. We have
have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
Rubbish.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something. The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. He seems eager to move.
This again.
Feel the rolling of the waves. I might actually get a good night's sleep.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say? Now, onward!
How you doing? You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It knows what it's doing. It goes... la 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 la. Or something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how. Oh, she opened it and looked at the marks on the... All right. Go to the nose bit of the ship. Open the book. Look at the markings inside it. Sing the song. That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey. Off we go, then.
Not a thing, but still a disappointment.
I must say, you may not be an Eternal, but you are certainly not as temporary as... Personally, I am just glad that I do not have to walk back to Reaper's Coast. Wind travel may be primitive, but it is at least efficient. Is there not enough reason to speed away? If you must know, there is an excavation site at the Black Pits on Reaper's Coast. I go to seek answers. The only treasure worth digging for. Knowledge. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorant boots. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again. They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply told them to be gone from my lands. I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to think of it, I may have used it several times. Damn fools. The faster we leave them behind, the happier I shall be. Well, you see, I have a rather pressing engagement.
The skeleton breaks off mid-sentence as he notices your hand. He pulls out a notebook, flicking through it, running a finger down the page.
Physical contact, voice lowered, coil looks. Good heavens. Is this a mating ritual? Oh, subtlety be damned. Did you know that some humans spend several hours speaking to a prospective mate before engaging them physically? What a monumental waste of time. No, I have been curious about this for far too long. Let us begin at once.
Fane grabs your hand and enthusiastically pulls you behind the screen.
Well, that was most unusual. I mean, I had read all the leading authorities on it, but I didn't think. It's just that thing you did with your tongue. It was quite unexpected. My goodness. It was certainly an experience, but I must admit, I was not from you. Certainly not from you. It's just that well, neither the warmth of your touch nor the fire of your passion. I may as well have been churning butter. Really? Even the part where you...
The skeleton pulls a notebook from his robes and starts scribbling. You can hear him muttering something. You ponder his words as you pick up the last of your belongings.
A team? What an interesting prospect. You certainly seemed capable in Fort Joy, and a companion on Reaper's Coast could be quite educational. Very well. I am open to this. I believe you normally spit on your palms to seal agreements, but I seem to lack the fluid and the desire to touch you. I hope a hearty verbal agreement will suffice. Very well. Let's be off.
Wish I had half a clue what I was looking for. All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get this tub moving. Nothing. Empty as Dallas's heart. Still found nothing.
Melody says if we can get the ship to move, we can go home. Home!
Rubbish.
There's got to be some clue. Dallas would have trusted someone with a secret, wouldn't she? Unless there's someone still inside.
Hey! You're here! Pretty nice boat, eh? We got an upgrade. There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's room. Maybe you can see something we can't.
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouths shut too. Oh, I see you have a full contingent already. Then I'll leave you be. Allies for hire.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice its unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent. The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you swear a face appears in the wood. A face tortured and tormented, a six-sided shape carved upon its forehead. The face vanishes. The thud of your fist upon the wood.
My. Look what the ship's cat You were on that luckless lot of timber that met with one tentacle too many, weren't you? Yes. Oh, but you've come a long way. Rather boring, sometimes, to travel by oneself. We could see where the road takes us together. By all means, think. I'm not going anywhere.
Up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
What's this? I found something.
up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope.
A young
not
woman
locked up.
shifts her weight between her feet as though swaying her hips to an imaginary beat. She rubs her forehead, her face tight with concern. Her eyes roll up to meet yours, their great black pupils, greater and blacker than seem natural, expanding further as they take you in.
Hey, it's you! Well, 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 we meet again. They told me you'd mosey your way down here eventually. Well, hello there, mister.
She wipes a grubby hand on her tunic and holds it out for you to shake.
Very, very, very pleased to meet you. So, Malady tells me you're like me. Is it true? You're like me? Well, kind of. You know about my, situation, right? Right, exactly. I thought it was, well, nothing. More of the same, a sprite, a spirit. But it's a lot more powerful than I imagined. Malady said I should have met one of the gods when I had my vision in the Hall of Echoes, but I didn't. I met it. I can tell the difference. It was there, alongside the gods, unlocking the same power in me that they unlocked in you. I don't know what this thing is, but I'm gonna get it the hell out of my head and make it sorry it ever came knocking. What's your deal? Ooh, the mystery and intrigue of it all. Colour me interested. You know, I never was much of a solo artist. Want to find out what comes next, you know, together? Sure, whatever suits you. Probably better for you in the end anyway. I'm not always myself. Anyway, see you around.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. No, they had us stand below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up to something in here. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty. Or a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood. All right then, just don't make me regret it. I'll keep an eye on the Red until the cage is locked again.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot, so stow your questions. Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt.
I'm a good Magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know. Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the divine. All right. Don't harm him.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
The gem sits heavily in your pouch. His face contorts with agony and his eyes flutter, yet he doesn't return to consciousness. No matter how loud you shout your questions, you get no response from the unconscious Alexander.
You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
No entry allowed. Please use the port side door. Listen up so I don't have to repeat myself again. I am not an entry door. Fine. Answer the security question. Current security measures forbid me from telling you that the password is fortitude. Now, answer the security question.
The face in the door is confused for a moment.
Drat.
I've plenty of fighters for hire. Oh,
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice the wood groans and creaks. For a moment, the face vanishes. The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open. The door remains unmarked. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits. A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden,
I am summoned. Speak the password. Yes, and yes again. The word is spoken. Welcome to the stateroom.
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout? That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt. Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. I'm an expert in healing, crafting. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems. I've offered my services for gold in the past, yes. But my labors for Dallas were far from voluntary.
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and half ruined them in the process. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to fog my memory. The rest is a blur. No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice, not something to be trifled with lightly. This is but a cunning illusion of my own creation.
His face abruptly creases into a smile.
But come now, enough of Dallas and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my freedom. This is a happy moment. I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do not remember. Could you pass me that copper wire just there?
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back, above his elbow. In its crook, you see part of a tattoo. A pattern of concentric circles rendered in black.
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm afraid there's little more I can add. I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? I'm more than a sum of my parts friend, indeed. But I fear you might have come to the wrong calculation about me. How about you just let this matter?
I'm not perfect myself. It isn't for me to judge this one.
If this one was enslaved by Dallas, then he could still be under her thrall.
Let the creature live. He is hardly worth our time.
He takes your hand in his gauntlet-clad fist and shakes it. There's a...
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service. We're barely acquainted. Why should I tell you anything personal? A fine sentiment, but I have nothing revelatory for you. I am as you see me. I must admit, despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire her a little. The woman is unwavering. She will break before she bends. So if you should cross paths again, be sure to leave her broken. You will not get another chance. No, this piece is far beyond what those wretches could muster. This is something of my own design, to meet my own requirements. The Magisters left me weakened, but this will help give me the strength to carry on my work.
A pyramid? What on Rivellon is this for?
Only one way to find out. Try using it.
Rubbish. What script is this? Whatever it is, it appears to be written in verse.
I'm a monster. I click and clack as I stalk my prey. My tail, I suffer. Don't touch me, my very being's was Tarquin, that wretch, that rat. I ate an ill mouse and passed in my sleep, and the brooding boar brought me back on a lark, me miserable. Mumsy? Is she here? Mumsy, where are you? 'Tis I, Booply Bear. I am quite changed, but don't you? She's
The cat begins to purr and rub itself on your ankle.
any friend to Mumsy is a friend to me. The song, of course. Trouble not my weary mind with duncery.
The cat purrs, an eerie clicking sound.
Tell Mumsy to come back soon. Now that I am but bone, I'm too light to trip the moving door.
Oh, Quirkus, don't be like that. I was looking at his bone structure for academic purposes. There's nothing to be jealous
spotted something.
You after something? Looking to interrogate me again, perhaps? You after something? Looking to interrogate me again, perhaps? You after something? Looking to interrogate me again, perhaps?